has been our endeavor to bring different personalities, prominent personalities from different walks of life in each episode of Hyderabad Dialogues. Today, our guest he describes himself as a 78 plus young man, and he runs 10 kilometers a day, does yoga. He teaches pranayama and yoga techniques to even medical students and doctors. Among his followers are doctors. He had earlier worked in Tata Steel for over 25 years. But what caught my eye was that he learned pranayama directly from Swami Rama. As you all may know, Swami Rama was one of the greatest yogis of the last century. And then Swamiji, about who is our invitee today, he learned meditation at Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Institute in Bihar, and he teaches different techniques depending on the requirements of different people. He keeps a low profile also. So Swamiji, thank you very much for coming to our episode.
It's a pleasure to me as well to be with your main famous English daily, Indian Express.
Thank you. It should be a very interesting discussion because he is one of those authentic teachers, not these popular, speech-giving people we come across. Right? Swamiji, let us start from the beginning. How did you get into this Hatha Yoga practice and pranayama, and how did you meet Swami Rama?
Way back 1975, after completing my degree from St. Xavier's, Calcutta, I wanted to become the first Grand Master of India. I was a chess player, in fact. So, that time, India number 2, Nazar Ali was there in Kanpur. He asked me to be with him. So, I went to Kanpur for learning chess, practicing chess with India number 2 in a bid to become Grand Master, first Grand Master of India. That time, there were no Grand Masters, no international masters also in India. Only Manuel Aaron was there, who is a rated player, not even an international master. So that time it so happened, in one of where I used to stay as a bachelor in Kanpur, one doctor, one lady doctor, she was in some problem. Morning I went for my run and all that. That time, when the screens were there, I went there, I helped her. 2 or 3 miscreants, they wanted to just take her bangles or something, mishandling and all that. That's all over. Immediately after 1 week, one car with a chauffeur driven comes to my house, my room, and calls. Doctor is calling you. Who is the doctor? I don't know. You guy here. And there's nothing to do with your Kanpurites and all that. She said, no. Madam is calling you. She wanted you. She said, how do you know, madam? How do I know, madam? No. You have helped her in so-and-so place. That's why she wanted it. I said, well, okay, in any case. So, just 2 streets back, she is also staying. She sent a chauffeur-driven car. So, I went there. Now, that Swami Rama was sitting there. I don't know who is that. Really speaking, I don't know. He's a big man, that's all. A saint person is sitting there with, magnificent face and all that. Really very attractive face. Then she introduced me to him. And he said, then he used to speak in Hindi. Would you like to learn yoga and meditation? I'm not interested. I don't need time. I'm a chess player. I had to spend about 8 to 10 hours on chessboard. Then I had to do some work also for the office for my bread. So I don't have any time. He said, no, you laughed. He said, no, it's very good for you. You see? Actually, they were looking for somebody who knows English, translate it to the foreigners who are there already. 6 foreigners were there. They were looking for a translator who can speak to them in English and translate the total lesson. Somehow I agreed for it. So 6 months directly with Swami Rama I was there. He taught me what is pranayama, yoga and all that. But that time I do not know the importance of Swami Rama totally. Just the yoga guru. That's all. As simple as that. So I learned pranayama directly from him. Then when I came for summer holidays to my house in Calcutta, I went to National Library. In the National Library, one Telugu section is there. I am being a Telugu section. I went to the Telugu section. When one of our cousin lady is there, she was just looking at the books and all that. There, Swami Rama book is also there. Himalayan masters. Then I said, he is my guru. Then she just, was laughing and said, what? What nonsense you are talking? Do you know who is he? I know, he was my guru. He taught me yoga and meditation. No. Where did you meet him? Because he's always abroad, not in India. Where did you meet him? She thought I am bluffing. No, he was in Kanpur. I met him, so and so, and taught me this. Then she has explained this. Then I read the book. Then I came to know the value of Swami Rama. Till that time, only he is a yoga guru. That's all. As simple as that. Then I said, in the search of the gold, I missed the diamonds. I did not know there was a diamond that time, really speaking. After coming to Calcutta, I came to know who is Swami Rama. Then then I met him 2 or 3 times. That's only for 1 or 2 days and all that. It was very pleasant, this thing and all that. It's an entirely different personality. It's by our, what we call it, when we are destined only, we meet such type of people. But magnetic attraction is there. You'll be surprised if I tell you, beautiful ladies used to run after him. That's an open secret. He also used to admit that. And he's flamboyant and he's very much interested in new cars and driving the cars very fast. In Kanpur street, he'll drive about 60 to 80 kilometers speed. He's not yogi that time. He's entirely different altogether. You'll be surprised. And the way he speaks also, fluent blessing and all that, he can convince anyone. That is, I started. Once I started there, since then, till date, 1975 to now 2025, I didn't go to doctor. Doctors come to me. That's the secret of your meditation and yoga. But that meditation is different. Now presently what I am doing is entirely still better one rather. That time I learned only Hatha Yoga along with him. And then pranayama is basically, Swami Rama's pranayama is the best to this thing. Once you know the pranayama, it's a precaution itself. I mean, it gives you speed, stamina and strength. Age reversal is also possible with that. Our Indian Vedic system, that's a basic wisdom, tremendous this thing. Our forefathers, how they just invented all these things and all that. There were no Nobel Prizes for them. Nobel Prize is very cheap for them, to be frank, I tell you. They know what is your life, how to lead life, how best way you can lead life. And not only that, they have defined what is what. Not only the 4 pillars. How did you take human life? What is the purpose of human life? Most of the people, they think, just because I'm so-and-so, I'm the Prime Minister, I'm a doctor, I'm this thing and all these cock and bull stories. All of you must have married in the Hindu Dharma Shastra. At the time of the marriage, you might have taken Saptapadilo, you have taken this thing and taken an oath. Dharmecha, Ardhecha, Kamecha, Mokshecha, Naticharami. Primary goal of a human birth is moksha sadhana. It is not that simply just living to become a number 1 or earning money, fame, all these things are common. Anybody can do it. Dharmartha kama, all these things the animals are also doing. So what's the difference between an animal and a human? The difference only in Hinduism, it's a Vedic culture, it is defined, not in any Western culture. Only humans can go to the higher levels of consciousness because of their prefrontal cortex. These things are all Swami Rama and all that they have taught us right from the beginning. Coincidentally, the same thing even Maharishi Mahesh Yoga also advertises and all that. Consciousness based.
Like Swamiji, you learned from Swami Rama. You learned from Swami Rama. But are there any teachers? I mean, who are there now who can teach like that?
See, they got institutions. Once what happens, once the Guru passes away, different people, your understanding capacity. See, in any classroom, for example, we are about say 40 to 45 students. Professor is the only one. He is teaching the same lesson. The receiving capacity of each one is different. So every student, whether it's a yoga student or any other student, your receiving capacity depends on that, how much you are grasping it. So how much is percolating to your knowledge and how much you can give it to the others. Same person, same lecturer, only one lecture he gives it, but we understand in different fashions. Same thing with your, even your reporters also. Incident is the same, only one. Half a dozen reporters gives half a dozen headings, half a dozen these things and all that varieties of this reporting. So the knowledge is always person to person, and it all depends on individual. We create our own knowledge. We understand in our own way. Not that it's a common this thing, everything is nothing common. As simple as that. And like that, these gurus also for information, they have learned to some this thing. But according to their conscious levels, they interpret. And the person who is receiving also, he has to also have that level of consciousness. Otherwise, he cannot understand fully. That is what even Rabindranath Tagore also says once. When he has written that this thing, Nobel Prize, they say, Gitanjali. The people are asked him. So, such a great thing, how did you do it? At the time of writing, there were two people who knows it. Myself and the God. Now, only one knows it, God. I do not. What happens if your conscious level goes to that level? You write something, you do it. After that, but that consciousness is over, you are also a normal person, as simple as that. This thing happens with the orators also. They give lectures on the stage without preparation, all that. 1 hour, everybody is spellbound and all that. After the lecture, 1 to 1.5 hours, you go to him, just ask him, sir, when did you prepare it? Give us such a message. I don't know what I spoke. You'll be surprised to hear most of the people say, I don't know what he spoke. Means once you are into a particular level of consciousness, with a transcendental consciousness above that level, you are not the person who is speaking, or you are not the person who is delivering that. Saraswati comes to your tongue, it delivers it. That is the case with each and every yoga person, or even the total. I mean, you see that Sanskrit scholars and all that. They have that natural powers, supernatural powers. They connect with the upper God, and that will be delivered.
In the West, many people, not many, but at least a few, are making experiments, are doing experiments, particularly on breathing. So there are several books. Similarly, there are several YouTube channels. I mean, Wim Hof method, this method, that method. There are so many practices. So many people do follow them after watching them on YouTube. What is your view on that?
See, as long as it does good, anything can be accepted. As long as it does something good for me, naturally I accept it. May not be right for each and everybody. Many theories are there. And sometimes you will be surprised, it is not scientific, it is against the science. But still, your belief is there. Once the belief is there, it might work wonders. So, there is nothing, improper or proper, it's good or bad. As long as it works for you, that's good for you. It may not be good for others. Not necessary. Same thing may not be good for others. The same thing are all social customs also. One country will have something which may not be a taboo here. There it is a usual, normal things. It all depends on various factors. How is your conscious level? How you are doing it? Where from you are there? And what is your background to here? Our background is all Vedic culture. Their background is scientific theories. First it is proved, then only it is written in the book. But ours is not a biography. Ours is, they used to write before, then afterwards it used to happen. You will be surprised to know that Ramayana was written before Rama was born. Mahabharata was written before all these people born. Yes, one Maharishi got that idea, so that has to happen, it happened. It is not a biography. Biography means the person after his experiences you write it. Our this thing is entirely different. So, this testing, come on, tell me. We know that very well. In my college days, I studied atom cannot be divided. We all studied that. But now atom can be divided. That is also right. This is all, it is only for some time only. It is not permanent. All your testings, all your so-called this thing, temporary based. Because it is connected with the human intelligence. Human intelligence got some kind of maximum and minimum. It is not unbounded. But Vedic culture is unbounded. Infinity. Anything connected with the human psychology or human perceptions or human disease, there is a maximum and minimum limits. In that purview only you are looking at it. But beyond that, so what your experiments, whatever you are doing, is consuming some energy. Energy is conserved. So your father has given you about, say, 10 acres of land. You're not consuming it, you're 10 lakhs of rupees. The 10 lakhs is remaining, only the interest is coming. Suppose you go on spending it, you may not have any single pack. So in yoga and meditation, you are conserving the energy. You are not consuming it. The first difference between an exercise and asana is still and this thing. Your energy is conserved, their energy is consumed. In any exercise, you consume that. Energy is automatically exhausted. That's why you play football, cricket, run. You can do it for 1 hour, 2 hours, maximum 3 hours. After that, you have to do your tight. But for meditation, no, you can do it 24 hours. You are not consuming any energy, conserving it.
Coming back to how do you stop thoughts? It's like a train of thoughts. They keep coming. As you said, there are many types of meditation. Some people focus on the breath. Some people just focus on the body.
Good question.
Yeah.
See, we have defined it. Body meditation makes an exercise for the brain. Okay. Generally, these meditations are defined 3 varieties. What we are generally talking is about mantra meditation. They take one mantra, loudly they speak it in a particular frequency, particular this thing, but the voice should be in the same fashion. If it is not pronounced in the same fashion, especially the Sanskrit words, mantras, these mantras and all that, it might backfire also. Thereby what is happening? Your destiny, everything is concentrated at one point only. One point and this is coming. That's also good. Anything, if you want, mind should be still, body should be still. If the body is not still, mind can never be still. That's why for any meditation, you have to sit comfortably without movements.
Spine straight.
Better is a Padmasana, they said, because in Padmasana, you require very small place for sitting, and then you can sit for hours together. Back top is always perpendicular. It got another this. It's an antenna actually. It connects you to the superpower. With this thing, it connects to the superpower for information. And chakras also will open. Various varieties of things are connected here. That is why they prefer Padma Asana, lotus posture. Otherwise, you can sit comfortably in any position and do it also. There is no problem. That is one type of this. Another type of meditation is indirectly they concentrate on something. Well, they call it Soham meditation. Inhalation and exhalation. Observing the breath frequency and all. That is indirect. And the third one is transcending meditation. Means you transcend beyond the thought process also. Wherever the thought is generating, we are going to transcend that this thing also, that we are transcending that, we call it Bhava Atita Dhyanam, Bhava Atita Dhyanam. That means Bhavas means the thought is coming, then Atita goes. This Bhava Atita Dhyanam got better prospects than anything, because most of the people are aware of it. Whatever we are doing active level of consciousness, where only 1/10 of our brain is used, not total brain. 90% is pre and subconscious brain. There your reserve bank is there. Even Einstein also usually, out of this active 10%, 4%, not total 10%. Vishwanath Anand used about 5 to 6%. Carlson used about 6.5% chess players. Nobody used this active brain of 10%, no, 6% also, they're not used. So we are wasting that much. Suppose you want to go and use the subconscious, preconscious minds also. There is only one key, meditation. Through the meditation, what happens? Your active level of the mind just goes inwards. That we call pratyahara. Where does it go? When you do any meditation, what we are doing? We are closing the eyes. Actually, brain is like a CPU. Now, computer. CPU, what you are doing? You are loading some kind of this thing. That's a hardware, you are giving it from this thing. Software is it processes it and gives you output. Same thing with the brain. Brain, what is happening? The eyes, when you look at 83% is inputs. That's why they close eyes. sensory inputs. Our whole body is nothing but biochemical reactions are taking place every second. Human body is a biochemical this thing, it's not a robot. Okay? All biochemical reactions will have energy. Heat is also produced. It consumes some kind of what we call energy. So now what is happening? Once you close the eyes, 83% of inputs gone. Sounds 11%. Touch 2%. Smell 3%. Tongue another 1%. Total 100%. The sensory inputs are going to the brain. Then we are just understanding it. Oh, this is a glass. This is it's made up of this thing. Its water is at 3/4% only. It got a tap of this thing. It's about there are 8 to 9 processes are there which just transforms and gives the idea. Where we got this already. This we have seen it. Grandmasters. This thing is their memory. Or Oxford Dictionary is there. It connects. Oh, this you have seen it? Yes, I have seen it before many times. So I know this is a glass. God's glass. It is on the top of the table. So and so, so and so. It is coming in. It is being taught as a lesson. Then it is coming to the vocal level of sounds. We are talking in a particular language where that software is there with you, and everybody. That particular language. If that particular language is not there in another language, suppose apni kotay achu, ki kochu. This language is not there in your software. So we can't understand. I am speaking Bengali. That software which connects it, then you are understanding this. There's a communication. Now what we are doing with the meditation, this thing, we are closing all these things. Once you have closed it, what is happening? The mind got a this thing, mind nervous system, it got a peculiar instinct. It goes on finding happiness. It wants happiness and everybody does something because he's happy to doing that. So it got the innate quality of finding what is happiness. So it starts going dwelling inside. When you close your eyes, it also thoughts are coming. Because you already put on 30 years or 40 years, those thoughts which could not be erased. For information, every day starts about 70% of being erased next day morning. Otherwise, you become lunatic. You become mad. Only serious thoughts are remaining, the rest of the thoughts are gone. As simple as that. Okay. So these thoughts also, some of the things which got, implanted, they may be having some knots in your brain. These knots ought to be cleared. Otherwise, your brain becomes very, what we call it, some kind of unwanted, this thing like fits, these type of things might come. Okay, the blockages will be there. So now what is happening? These 10% this thing, only 4% we are using it. Once we are going inwards, what is happening? The mind's nervous system got in this, it starts going. Now active brain, 10% is gone. Further again, it starts using work is there. So it starts going to subconscious and preconscious level slowly. Once it starts going to the subconscious, the preconscious, everything is there. We have to allow that. For any experiment, there is a time gap. There is a particular process. You have to wait for the time. Same thing with the meditation also. You allow your mind to go inwards and see that. You'll be surprised to see that. Automatically, your active mind system, wisdom goes on increasing. Your way of thinking increases. And at the same time, same person, but idea of looking. You will have a 360 degrees angle of looking at things, not only 90 degrees. Wisdom comes from within, not from outside. Knowledge comes from within. Everybody got the same thing. You need not be an Einstein. Every human being got that type of capabilities. No ideal computer on the planet is equivalent to a common man's normal human intelligence.
Not even artificial intelligence.
I think what you are doing, ideal computer, you are simply just, putting some brain is just putting it, it's going multiplied by infinite times, so it is very faster, that's all. Otherwise, actual root idea is human. Your IA also is a human only, you take it, not it. IA is not made human.
But you need a guide or a guru for this.
You need a guru for that. And once you start going inwards, you yourself become a guru. Not necessarily should be. We give guidance only. We put you on the rails. After it's your this intelligence, it goes. It should have your previous births. This thing, Purvajana Sukrita on automatically goes. The gurus will come on their own. See, this Badrinath, if I tell you the truth, you'll be surprised. I do not know about Badrinath, where is it? Maybe when the 75 and all that, we just felt like a students, we used to go all the places, good job, everything, we have seen it and come back. After that, I don't know the value of the Badrinath. Recently, just 2-3 months back, when this thing, what happened? Prayagraj, this thing. One of my students, he went there for performing his mother's this thing and all, final rites. Then from there he rings up, Guruji, what is the auntie's this thing? Date of birth, TD and all that, when she did pass away and all that. Then what are you doing here? So I am in Prayagraj, and this is kilometres, final this thing. Ikkada ichcheste the lifelong curriculum, 140 police are also saying, you give me auntie's details. I said, auntie, how can you do it? My son has to do it. No, anybody can do it for anybody. I said, very good. In that case, so I gave him the supply and all. Then he has performed my this thing. Then there he met this Guruji, who is from Badrinath. Coincidentally, that gentleman is a Telugu gentleman. He knows only one language, that's Telugu. So when we spoke to each other, they became very good friends. Then he said, sir, my Guru is there, another gentleman who is a transcendental meditation Guru, he is an international sports person also. He is active, so and so, this thing. Then that gentleman showed an interest. I want somebody like that. Then he sent my profile to him. He could not read it, he got somebody else's read it. And then after he said, no, I want him to be in Badrinath. Then I'll ask him, because he is doing some research work and all that, he is busy with other things. If he is free, he might use stuff. He came, he rang me up. Sir, would you like to go? I said, Badrinath? Oh, definitely I will go. Only for 2-3 months. This thing, I said, I don't mind, I'll go. Then just today morning only that Guruji spoke to me, and it all just happens. I didn't go out. If anybody asks me what I say, I am not doing anything. I just go for my workout 1 to 1.5 hours to the Osmania University, either swimming or running, then come back. I do 3-4 hours meditation. Then I got my international things, wherever is there some writing of this or some articles. Go to the internet, find out something. Anatomy, I go through the anatomy of the human body, how it works and all that, connecting with the yoga and all that. I am like a mad person going here and there, how to attach these things. I didn't apply. I didn't use it. No, they wanted me. All these things channels it out. Only the meditation. But I got that belief, and it is happening to me like that. My course is being directed during the meditation, and it gives me answers. Suppose I got some problem. So do the meditation. Solution comes there. And sixth sense also works with that. Please.
Sir, of late, very few percentage of people are becoming health conscious. Now people are moving towards yoga and meditation. So instead of spending lakhs of rupees in hospitals, people are slowly turning to yoga for being healthy and for meditation, what else? To be healthy.
One way is, you are giving advertisement to yoga. But are they really doing yoga or aerobics? Yes. That is one has to think of it. What are the basics of yoga? The basic of yoga, asana, basically they think yoga means asanas. If you know the difficult asanas, he is a very good yogi. No, it is not that. And asanas also, how many people know what is the definition of it? Most of the people, they are doing what we call it, aerobics, and they feel it asanas. To be frank, now I don't think in this generation we require that. We require, to be frank, you have to just use your limbs. If you don't lose your limbs, like legs and hands, movements, the people are not having any movement. How many steps are you doing every day? That is more important, your physical fitness, scientifically also. All animals run except man. The problems are because of that. When yoga was there, that time people used to go to forest barefoot, even for the firewood, fruits, anything. They used to do everything on foot. Now, how many people are walking? Where is your exercise? There is no exercise for people. They're still, they're lazy. Most of the time they are sitting idle. Yesterday only I met one Asian spine hospital. Spine has to be stagnated. Spine has to be stagnated. But since morning to evening, you are sitting in the chair only. If the spine, see, your age is calculated the spine's ability. You'll be surprised to know that. But how many people are just moving around? They're not moving around most of the time. So now what we require is for information. When all the animals they run, they have an instinct of running. If they don't run, they may become a prey to another animal. That's natural instinct that we lost it. If you don't run, what is happening? For information, most of the people know there is a second heart in the calf muscles. Your heart is here. When it is pumping, it can pump up to this only. From here to here, from your foot to the here, which is pumping. Only your calf muscles. Most of the people are not aware. And if the calf muscle is not strong, problem on the heart will be more because its pressure increases. It's pumping this values. You see your pump, where is it? In the sump only, not on the top. If the sump is on the ground floor, your pump is there to pump it up. But our pump, heart, highest level. Then which one is the calf muscles are there? Most of the people are not aware of it. You have to do at least 10,000 steps per day. How many people are doing 10,000 per month? Per month. So you are asking for risk because your heart is not strong. If you want the heart to be strong, you have to run. I always advise everybody, please run. All your problems go away. They will run away. As simple as that. And now if you say yoga, I'll tell you, cell phone is there. Anybody, minimum 2 hours per day. Another idiot box is there. Another 2-3 hours. Where is the time meant? Where is the time further? Where is the time? You have to sleep 8 hours. I mean, breadwinning, either doing some work or college student all. Where is the time for that? Nowadays, I don't think. See, if you go on thinking the whole this thing, those times, whatever their activity, what is today's activity? How we are doing it? For every damn thing, we are using a vehicle, not our legs. I'm sorry to down the stairs, 4 stories, this thing also lift is required. How many people are just walking the stairs, please? It's a truth. That is actually luxury is staircase. Permanent staircase, not by lift. That means you are losing your natural instinct. So now we require is not yoga asanas. Meditation is required. Because most of the time, you are dumping something unnecessary, Dutch and all that. So you require peace and calmness and quietness and all that. That is required. But physical body, where is this thing? There is no. And to be frank, there is a study after 250 years, when 2250, our grandchildren may not have legs. They won't be using legs. Brain may be, now the brain is about 1400 grams for male, about 1200 grams for the females, 200 grams less by birth, okay? So that is increasing. The child before birth itself, he knows how to just this thing. It's very fast in calculations and all that. Okay, brain is increasing. In size also it is increasing. But what about the legs? Where is the legs for it to work? After another 200 years, human species may not have legs if this continues. See, sports people, what's the percentage? 0.001%. If everybody starts running, roads are not sufficient.
What do you suggest one should do? What do you suggest one should do every day?
Suppose your office is about only 2 to 3 kilometers. Please don't use vehicle, come by walk. You have to do work hard. Then only you will be healthy. If you want to be 100 plus, if you are, age starts from the legs. You'll be surprised. Age starts from the legs. 50% of your nervous system and these things are all connected with the legs only. If you're not fast in your walking or something and all that, you're accepted you're old. Age starts from there, not from the top. This is a factual. This is go to ask any doctor. This is a fact of life.
No, but ultimate goal is there inside there. Yoga leads to salvation, moksha.
Exactly, moksha sadhana.
This is all material things. And
Agree.
how yoga will help to attain salvation or moksha?
Yeah, see, but that also, see, if you are having a healthy body, if you say that, everybody says body is a temple, God will
Not
be
body,
living.
mind also.
Mind also. But
Yes.
that's
So,
also part of it, it's also nervous system.
Negative thoughts and positive thoughts are both are.
Yeah. Whether it's a brain or a leg or anywhere, total is nervous system. Total body is consistent of nervous system. Different
That's
different.
how yoga will help to attain
Yeah,
salvation.
yoga, so meditation is required for us even now. But this asanas and all that, I know, because you're sitting in a good listening place and all that, but you need some kind of activity because your backbone should be active. At the same time, legs should move around. So you need some physical activity. Go for some game. Spend some time outside, not in the concrete jungles, outside. That is required. If you don't play any game, you are not active. If you say, I am doing yoga, you are further reducing your distance. In yoga, there is no kind of movement. It is only stillness. You are going from the main distance, from the first business, slowly you are just coming to the final position. There also you are taking rest. In yoga, you are taking rest completely. You will be surprised to know that yoga is nothing but taking rest.
But Hatha Yoga, in Hatha Yoga principle.
Hatha yoga, what we are doing, we are maintaining for some time in a different posture. So initially it will be there, afterwards it becomes easy for them. Hatha yoga, you feel it because you are not doing it, that's why you just feel it. The person Hatha yoga is easy, a regular business for him.
Perfects the body first.
Body perfection, body perfection. Even if you run also it comes. Not necessarily Hatha yoga you need it. A good runner, he got a very good body. 6-pack, 4-pack, that is also there. We can do that. And while running for information, here also in Hatha yoga also you are getting it. In running also, blissful chemicals are produced. A runner will never get tired. You'll be surprised to see that he enjoys it. Just we'll be going miles together, nobody is there. Only one fellow else says, he's very happy. Again he starts running faster. If you are a runner, you go very well. A cyclist or anybody when they go, in the villages and all that, you will not find you alone. That fellow is going alone because no competitor or nobody will be there. You are always alone. Throughout my life, I am alone.
People go out of that zone.
That's only few people in a particular part. They do not come for real this thing. They come for the gossiping and talking and eating and more these things. Actual this thing people, they go alone. I'm sorry to tell you. You will not find it. I can't find anybody of my age group going with me. Very difficult. Recently only we got a good team. 4 people, we are of the same age group and all that. We are having a team. We got a relative. We want to go to world record. Otherwise we won't find. Because that is being a university. In the village, if you go there, you may be only one will be walking around, running around. Most of the people don't do it. We are doing the daily, this is, that's not an exercise. Daily work and all that is not, you do, this thing, plowing and all that, that's a very good exercise. That's a very good exercise. In the, midday, this thing and all that. Exercise, you have to sweat it out. And your BP at least 20% higher than the normal, then only it becomes exercise. Even walking also will not do exercise until it's a faster, brisk walking.
People are going to gyms. Gym.
Yes, one subject which I don't know, I can't comment on that. I never went to gym, I don't like gym somehow or other. Because anything superficial, it will have a ramifications. Instead of gym, we say in this thing, Surya Namaskaras. We just do Surya. That is, we call it, it's not asana actually, we call it, Stitila Karana Vyayam. Means, in the process of yoga, I am doing Vyayam. Vyayam means again an exercise. There is a big difference between Vyayam and asana. Asana is still. Vyayam is repetition of something. So there's you should do the basics. Once you know the basics, you know what you are doing. Whether it is an asana, whether it is this thing. if anybody says this in Surya Namaskaras, that is not asanas. That is Stitila Karana Vyayam. Vyayam, only in the postures of yogic postures, they are doing some exercise.
In today's hectic life, sir,
Hmm?
in today's hectic life, people are not spending much time. So, what you suggest to do meditation yogas in how many, 1 hour, 2,
No,
whatever you suggest for?
see, the meditation, but the nowadays everybody wants a proof. I would say this meditation, see, you go to any school of yoga or meditation, they say this is the best. This has come from, direct from Vishnumurti. Everyone says, I am telling the truth. You go to Swara Yoga, you go to, Ashtanga Yoga, you go to Maharishi this thing, or anywhere, everybody will say mine is the best, it has come first. But every yoga got something good. Because it is working with the brain now. You take best out of it. Why should we go for advertisements? Let us take the best out of it and then imbibe into that. Every yoga got something best. That we take it. And then simple, this is what we can do is, simple stillness is more important. If your body can sit still and then just, go inwards, automatically it comes out. And rest of the things, different people will say differently. You put, your dhyanam, and inhalation.
Stillness.
Stillness is important.
Vichara tattvam is important in
Because if the body is not still, mind cannot be still. Because any action happens in the body. Simple listen. Suppose the fly is, biting here something. Mosquito is biting. How it has come to my knowledge? It's not a brain. From here it is transmitted to the brain. 170 kilometers speed per second. And the brain converts it. Okay, take out the leg or kill the. Again, answer has been sent back. So, such a fast this thing is going on within our body, sensory of this thing and all that. So, what you have to do it, all these things if you want to have the control. So, anything happens in the body anywhere, in any time, even the sleep, mind is active. Mind is active. So, from the time of birth till the death, mind works. If the mind does not work, means gone. Simple. As simple as that. So, but suppose you got 100% of this thing, mind alone uses 40% of your total energy. Another 30% your, cardiovascular system uses it. The rest of the things, digestion, another 20%, rest of the things, limbs and all that. So, 40% of your total energy is consumed by only your brain. If that can be saved, how can you save it? By reducing its activity. Not making it zero, lowest. If you go and take your mind to the lowest activity, and then what is happening? You are saving that energy. That's an enormous energy. In meditation, what are you doing? First and foremost, you are making the body still. The body, this communication is gone. So automatically, mind is becoming still. There is no communication immediately. And then what is happening? The brain's activity is also computing. That is also done because you are closing the eyes. You generally select a cool and calm place without any sounds and all that. Thereby, 10% you are just seeing. And then mind is the lowest level. Then you take any meditation. It's okay. Meditation varies it, but the purpose will serve the same thing. That stillness is more important. A still mind conquers the whole world. That stillness is very important. Everybody, even any yoga people, they go for that stillness. Stillness, body stillness, leave there. Will not. Body once it is still, mind can be. Take any meditation for that matter. For transcendental meditation, they got about 800 scientific research papers. But whereas other meditation, they don't have any research papers. Maybe it's good, maybe better, but research papers are not. Scientific validation is not there. Oh, we go for the transcendental meditation. Transcendental is very simple, easy.
not so easy, as you said.
Sorry?
Bhavatita Jnanam is not so easy as you said.
Is the easiest one.
Of course.
Doing nothing physically and mentally. We are asking you to take rest.
Stillness cannot be achieved overnight.
It comes for information.
By practice only it will be achieved.
Actually what happens, you say Ashtavadhanam, Ashtanga Yoga.
Ashtanga yoga.
That thing, generally they say what? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dhyana, Dharana, and Samadhi, 8 parts.
Yes.
Samadhi is the last stage. Then Patanjali also says, most of the people say Samadhi is the last stage. But Maharishi says, Samadhi is the first stage. From Samadhi, you can go to other states very easily. I have been a Hatha Yogi for about 30-40 years. When I heard this, I said, oh, how is it possible? It's not possible. First, when I went to the Maharishi, they said, how is it possible? You are talking about, you are greater than Patanjali? Is Maharishi greater than Patanjali? That was the question I asked them across the table when I was in Calcutta. They said, no, first we go to this, when Samadhi, then only we go to other states. I said, it's impossible. I went for testing it. They taught me. Actually, this, one of my, a friend from America, he wanted me to do the research work on these meditations. He is Dr. Haldar Kohler. He is an Olympic champion in fencing. He is working for Lions Olympia Athletic University for the last 40 years. He has produced more than 200 gold medalists in the Olympics for America. He has attended as a director for the US Olympic team 12 Olympics.
What's his name?
12, Dr. Aladhar Kohler. You just put it in Google, you'll find it. Dr. Aladhar Kohler is a fencing champion. He produced most fencing champions. He is a yoga buff. At the age of 17 years, he landed in Mumbai somewhere, West Coast. And he learned something of yoga. Somewhere. Most probably, I think, big sign or something like that. Then he went back. And he got a Olympic gold medal. So, he always talks about Swami Rama. And he talks about Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He has written a book. Yoga for international sports paper by international, so and so. It's just I purchased the book, I read it for 3-4 months, I didn't study it. Yes, but it's okay, yoga, this is, let us see. When I studied that, I was surprised. A foreigner is talking about, transcendental meditation, far better than transcendental meditation, guys. He has delved into that, means he has experienced it. Then I wrote to him, I got an email, I wrote to him. I said, well, you have written this thing and all that, are you really following this? He said, who the hell are you? I said, I'm so-and-so, I'm practicing this. My guru was so-and-so. Now, you want me to see the transformation also? Atal Rasad and no, Mr. Perry, that is the case, you do one thing. Not learning from somebody, becoming transformation teacher. There you have to spend about 8 months' time, and then you have to hear Maharishi so many hours. Tapes, Maharishi tapes. Then you will understand it deeply. I said, that's okay. Then, well, office time, you can't take 8 months. I'm not a woman to be pregnant to get pregnancy leave or something like that. Then after my office, I just went there. I said, well, you are over 40 years, sir. Sorry, we don't allow the people. Second year again I applied. Same thing replied. Third year when this thing applied, there's this thing, some check, is there to be there for lodging and boarding. I sent the DD also for that. They uncashed the DD first. After they saw, he's already 60 plus. Then they called me for an interview. They can't return back the DD. So they called me for an interview. I said, then I went there. And I said, they were surprised to see me. Because one day before I reached there, that day morning, I was just having a running in the ground. They said, who is this grey-haired person running so fast and all that? They were surprised. Who has come? Something new. Then in the interview room, I was there. Oh, you are the person who is running. Yes. Every day I run. Then the interview started very differently. What do you want to learn? I said, I am doing a research work. My American friend told me to just go for this. No, American friend, that's why you have come. Yes. Then immediately they allowed me as a special guest. So I became transcendental meditation teacher. I was there, this thing, Maharishi Asana. I learned it. Then I came to know, yes, it can be done. Pardon?
ఇక్కడ రామకృష్ణ పరమహంస కూడా ఒక యోగా చేశాడు. రామ వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ గురు అండ్ రామకృష్ణ
So there's a lot of difference. Everything is different. The Ramakrishna Paramahansa is only Bhakti Yoga, complete Bhakti. That's entirely different. There are various routes to go to the final stage. The Ramakrishna
Which is
Paramahansa.
the best yoga? Bhakti yoga, japa yoga, hatha yoga, or
What is meant by best? Come on, tell me. Which vegetable is the best? Which vegetable is the best? The one which you like, one which suits you. All yogas are good. Only thing, which one suits you? You have to select your choice, this thing, and all that, your affinity, this thing. All yogas are good because they're good for the brain. Cognition power, it increases your capacity. How can you say this is not good? Every yoga is good.
So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Bhakti yoga.
Bhakti yoga.
Sivananda's is japa yoga.
Huh?
Sivananda Maharshi japa yoga.
Sivananda, yeah. See,
And your guru is hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga. And then
Which is the best
Maharishi.
yoga?
Maharishi also having that. Maharishi's thing is entirely different.
Ashtanga yoga.
No, Maharishi not Ashtanga. They teach only transcendental meditation, nothing else.
No.
They don't care about your asanas or pranayama, nothing. Only meditation. And that too, transcendental meditation, nothing else. And then they got 800 scientific research papers.
But my doubt is,
Hmm.
suppose one has many negative parts.
Hmm.
Not negative in the sense that they have, in the worldly life,
Hmm.
we see many people competing,
Hmm.
or we see many people jealous, or we see many people greedy.
Hmm.
In our profession, we see many people greedy, corrupt. If such a person goes and starts this saying that now I will go to Samadhi, is that even possible?
దానికి ముందు నేను చెప్తారండి వాక్ శుద్ధి ఆసన సిద్ధి వాక్ శుద్ధి ఆసన సిద్ధి వాక్ శుద్ధి మీన్స్ వాట్ యు టాక్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి నాన్ సెన్స్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి సమ్ సెన్స్ అండ్ యూ షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ స్టిక్ టు దట్ జాన్ జాయిగా లేకిన్ వచన్ మే జాయేగా అలాంటి వాళ్ళకి పనికి వస్తుంది అది అర్థమైందండి
Is that qualification?
Huh?
So there is a qualification.
there is a quality for it. Anything, see, first is discipline is a must for sir. Anything, if you want to develop anything, discipline is a must. Once you have discipline, dedication comes. Once discipline and dedication is there, devotion automatically follows it. If the discipline is not there, well, bit difficult. Maybe Purjana Sukrita by accident you might get it, that is different. But in general, you should have some discipline for anything. You want to achieve anything, you should have a discipline.
Not physical discipline, mental discipline. Mental discipline.
Physical also,
Of course.
why not?
Samadhi to
Anything, you should have some
First you
discipline.
have to get
Total discipline, see, you should have some discipline. Then automatically it becomes easier. వాళ్ళకి ఈజీ అవుతుంది నేను వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం కష్టం ఎవరితో పూర్వజన్మలో ఒకరితో వచ్చిందంటే 1% మైట్ బి గెటింగ్ ఇట్ బట్ నాట్ ఆల్ See, if you want to get a degree, you have to go to a college, study it with the students, with all the things and all that, and pass the examination. As simple as that. In the same fashion here also. So, presently, instead of you going for asanas, what I just feel is you have to run, everyone has to run. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పారు కదా ఇది మన ఇదంటారు ఎందుకంటే this in Kelo India. Everyone has to run అండి simple. If you are not running, you are asking for a race. Simply. నేను రాలేదని చెప్పట్లేదు. I am telling the truth.
India is trying to host the Olympics.
Hmm?
India is trying to host Olympics. Next Olympics.
Huh.
Okay,
ఇప్పుడు మన అథ్లీట్స్ ఇదివరకు సరిగ్గా చేసేవారు కదా ఈ మధ్యన లాస్ట్ 2-3 Olympics I think they are doing a little marginally better, definitely better.
Hmm.
What do you suggest to these athletes?
The very simple thing, when you got the, sports schools are there. 8 to 10 years boys, put them for the meditation first. Meditation, I am not talking about yoga. Only meditation, transcendental meditation.
Breathing techniques.
Automatically, this itself might hinder meditation. If they can practice pranayama also very good. Pranayama is not easy.
no.
Pranayama is very difficult.
Like I said,
And I heard because
Hmm.
I read it that foreign athletes practice breathing techniques.
Sir, don't use breathing technique. Pranayama is different. This is connected with the soul. Exercise, that is exercise. Here it is connected. Body, mind and soul. Body, mind and soul. అక్కడ వాళ్ళు ఏంటి ఫిజికల్ ఓన్లీ దే టాక్ అబౌట్ మైండ్ అండ్ బాడీ ఓన్లీ బియాండ్ దట్ వాళ్ళకి లేదు సో ఎనీథింగ్ కనెక్టెడ్ విత్ దాట్ ప్లీజ్ సార్ మీరు నన్ను ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ చేయాలి సార్ ప్లీజ్ నేను ఐ డోంట్ టేక్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఓన్లీ వాటర్ ఇఫ్ ఐ రిక్వైర్ ఇట్ ఐ టేక్ ఇట్స్ ఓకే మై స్టమక్ ఇస్ ఎంటైర్లీ డిఫరెంట్ నా స్టమక్ లో ఎక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందో నాకు తెలుసు ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎ డస్ట్బిన్ ఓకే సారీ టు టెల్ యు when I want when I am hungry then only I take it and I don't take
ఇంకొక చిన్న విషయం. ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ మనిషి అనేవాడు 24 hours లో ఇంత 72,000 76,000 శ్వాసలు తీసుకుంటాడు అది కూడా ఉంది కదా. ఆటోమేటిక్గా తెలుసో తెలియకపోయినా మీరు చెప్పే యోగా క్లాసులు విన్నా వినకపోయినా పుట్టిన ప్రతి కూడా చేస్తూనే ఉంటాడు. ఇంకా స్పెషల్ గా ఎందుకు కావాలి మీరు చెప్పేవాడిని?
See, when you are
72,000 or 76,000?
no, if you want the 23,000 something, see, that is actually, I tell you, generally normal
Everybody is doing it.
For-
Knowing or knowing it.
per minute you take 14 to 18 శ్వాస తీసుకుంటారు.
అవును.
అది యోగి అనుకోండి, he might just come down to 4
4 years.
per a minute. Thereby what is happening? You are reducing your stress levels. The consumption of energy is there. You are consuming very less energy. High potential. They live longer. You live 120 years if you do pranayama. Pranayam, అంటే effortless. Prana means primeval energy. Ayam means effortlessly taking it. You should not use effort. While we are walking, we are automatically it is happening. But when you are swimming, it's a bit difficult. You're in a medium. Water medium is there. So you need that technical matter. When your head is inside the water, you're continuously exhaling. Once you come up, the body is submerged in the water. The quantity of water displaced, that weight is reduced from your total weight of the body. So it becomes easier to swim. Got my point? So there you are in the medium. But we are used for this medium of air. Air is ever pervading. So that this thing. So that consciously, if you can take it, pranayama is consciously you are taking, consciously you are not controlling it, you are regulating it.
Effortless breathing.
Effortless. The first step in this thing we call it, this is what we call it. Diaphragm breathing. We breathe with the stomach. My chest will not move. That is possible if you have 4-pack or 6-pack. If you got a family pack, it will not come. Anybody who is a very good basic practice of pranayama, మేము వాళ్ళు చూస్తాను పొట్ట చూసి ఈ పొట్ట this is called jhana. In Telugu everybody they call it jhana. Okay, if anybody is a good this thing pranayama, this thing guy, this thing should be 3 jhanas. If it is more than that, he is not fit for even for sports.
Sir,
Because here the fat is there.
Yes.
The worst this thing is these tires. And there are 3 brains, not 1 brain for information. The first brain is here. Second brain is called gut. If the gut is having 90% of your problems are because of your gut. Most of the people are not aware. Third is heart. Third brain is called heart. So all these things, provided they are good, you live 120 years without any efforts, without any kind of ailments. You will do all your jobs by yourself. That's a credit. Any one of them, you are asking for a risk. That's why I told you. I take only twice. My lunch is over. My dinner, I have to do at least 1 hour meditation. Please don't waste this. Give it to someone else. So in between, I don't take anything. To be frank, if I tell you the truth, you'll be surprised. Man got only 2 vyasana. Okay, eating and sex. These 2 are destroying humans. We all devour it and die early. Only man eats more and dies early, not animals. You know what? You'll be surprised to know that we eat more and die early.
sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Please.
If someone is practicing meditation daily, like in this content, if someone works 8 hours a day and has to take care of their family and those, and is practicing meditation daily without the help of a guru or someone, how to check his progress, sir? So if he's going in the right path or not?
That's your way of this thing, your attitude. See, first this thing, a person when he is meditating, his attitude will be different. His reaction will not be like that, Suppose I just tell you one thing, He will not listen. He will cool and calm, think of it twice and all that. Will not be hesitated very fast. Even if you abuse him, you don't bother. Fool, he has wasted his time. As simple as that. Okay? The reaction, his way of reaction, his way of talking to you, that automatically will set. That humility will come. At the same time, acceptance, large-heartedness. What is spirituality? Common humanness, that's all are one and the same. There is nothing different. Consciousness is the same in each and everybody. Panditri, the Paramurti, ఇద్దరు ఒకలా చూసిన వాడే యోగి అవుతారు. దానికి కాదు. అది మొక్కలో తెలిసిపోతుంది అది. వాళ్ళకి తెలిసిపోతుంది. He will have sixth sense.
మీరు పాజిటివ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ యోగా చెప్తున్నారు. You're telling about positive aspects of yoga. But what are the negative outcomes, possible negative outcomes of yoga?
Negative yoga? Nothing.
Any researcher
అంటే హఠ యోగా కూడా తప్పుగా చేస్తే
No. Who said it's all this? No. Yoga చేస్తే ఎవరు చచ్చిపోలేదు. ప్రాణాయామాలు ఉంటే ఎవరు చచ్చిపోలేదు.
ultimate goal is moksha, of course.
No, not that. Yoga doesn't have any. Only your sports got something. Exercise అయినప్పుడు ఇది అవుతుంది. Meditation 24 hours meditation
So,
చేస్తుంది.
అతను అడిగినట్లుగా గురువు లేకుండా చేస్తే ఉన్న నెగిటివ్
క్వశ్చన్ రాదు సార్. మీకు ఒకటే చెప్తున్నాను. ఏంటంటే ఇది ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఐ టెల్ యూ వన్ థింగ్. వన్స్ యు ఆర్ గ్రూడ్ ఇన్ టు దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ యు నో, you will have some direction. Some friend will come, or some guru will come, or you will go to your some guru. Direction will come there itself. How did he get this idea? Must have seen somewhere in the either a YouTube or somewhere somebody told. He will find out his own guru.
సో ఆటోమేటిక్ గా
Naturally, it just, we call it wavelengths. Everything is a wavelength. When he wants that wavelength, the same wavelength he can just. Not only that, when we talk to the people, if I tell you the truth, you will be surprised. By your question itself, you will come to know what is the wavelength of his. Whether it is up to this, everything is come to the waves finally. So we know that by the question itself, we can understand what is the wavelength easy up to that wavelength or not. The wavelength will tell spirituality. I see one thing. You see an unknown person. Sometimes your affinity towards him, as if you have seen him for years together, you know him very well. Very first thing itself. But some people have a repulsive attitude. Why is it so? Boy, I told you, if your inner nervous system, it is stress-free, it will have all the qualities. Not only that, another one for information, will be surprised. There will be pharmacology division inside the body itself. You do not go to doctor if your body is positive completely. Any this thing comes also. Just take 1 or 2 days and rest. Cures itself. A cell which is stress-free, self-curing is there. That is called autogenic training. In meditation, we call it a stage, we call it transcendental consciousness. That consciousness, we go there and give a caution. Bihar School of Yoga, somebody was talking the other day. Bihar School of, they teach mantra yoga. Mantra yoga, what are they doing? Not only that, yoga nidra. What is yoga nidra? They are just putting it into the sleep, where subconscious level, where transcendental conscious level, they are giving the cautions. Those cautions are going to each and every part of the body rotating and making them energetic. That's positiveness in cells. That means during that transcendental consciousness, whatever the communication you are giving it, your nervous system will follow that. That's called autogenic training.
సరే అంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు మెటీరియల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ వెనకాల పరిగెడుతున్నాము. సొసైటీ రన్స్ బిహైండ్ మెటీరియల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్. సో యూఆర్ సేయింగ్ స్టాటిక్ అండ్ స్టాగ్నెంట్. సో ఈ రెండు ఎలా ప్యారలల్ గా ఉంటాయి కదా. సో హౌ వుడ్ వి బ్యాలెన్స్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్?
You need both 200% because you want to live a good life. Anybody?
Mukti.
Bhakti mukti rendu
Bhakti.
Maharishi also said the same thing actually. You should enjoy both. 100% of materialist world at the same time 100% of this thing. Once you are a meditator and doing a regular this thing, you are this thing. In meditation, what is happening? Your inner strength is just going to the higher levels of consciousness. So whatever the work you are doing, normally you might be taking 6 hours. A meditator can do it within 2 hours because his total concentration is there. He does it right at the first time. He may not have it. And then once concentrated, he's concentrating to that. Not guff the pin. I mean, he's serious about whatever he is doing it. He puts 10% in whatever the work he does it. Okay? At the same time, if you don't enjoy the world, what will you about? If you want to enjoy totally with this thing, you should enjoy the total materialist world as well, but to a limit. Because this, wants are unlimited. Suppose I got a car, one car, Kia car or something. Then somebody is going by what do you call a bigger one. You should just have this thing. See, what is his basic purpose? To take you from this place to that place, nothing else. But if you go for the show, chauffeur-driven car, you are spending more for the same thing, nothing else. As simple as that. Somebody comes and salutes you. It's okay, here we go. If you go to a 5-star hotel, same cup of coffee costs you 225 rupees. But whereas on the roadside, you might get it for 15 rupees. Maybe it's much more tastier. Same thing, 225 rupees salute, sir. You may be giving 25 rupees tips also. It's your choice. See, you have to enjoy this thing. You should know your limitations. Everybody got their own limitations. What is your pass? How far you can go? Is it worth? See, money is not coming easy. After all, you are spending your intelligence, time, sweat and all that. The minute space is not giving you job just like that. Salary is not given to you like that without doing any work. Sorry, if you don't report on the next day, sorry, my dear, pull up your socks. Pull up your socks. Nobody is your friend. Sorry. Your output. Every year you got your this thing, the gradations and all that. Promotions, how do you get promotions? You have to work more than what is required. And nowadays MBS. And if you are working for 12 hours, I have to work for 14 hours. My next level will work for 16 hours.
Employees అందరికీ ఏమైనా సెక్షన్ ఇవ్వండి హౌ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుట్పుట్
Output simple. See, if your body is stress free, you should become stress free. See, whatever.
The same question, sir. You were with Tata Steel for 25 years.
Yeah.
How did you balance and suggest us some ways to, balance?
Oh, Tata Steel. Coincidentally, I worked with the chairman for 20 years.
To add to that question,
Huh?
which is related. ఈ రోజుల్లో చూస్తున్నాము నాట్ జస్ట్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎనీబడి ఫర్ దట్ మ్యాటర్ చాలా మంది దే ఆర్ ఫుల్లీ స్ట్రెస్డ్ ఫర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ రీజన్ డిఫరెంట్ రీజన్ సంబడి మే బి వర్క్ సంబడి మే బి స్టడీస్ దీంతో పాటుగా వీఆర్ ఆల్సో సీయింగ్ సమ్ టీనేజర్స్ సమ్ యంగ్ పీపుల్ రెగ్యులర్లీ రూరల్ ఏరియాస్ ఇక్కడ కూడా అర్బన్ ఏరియాస్ నాట్ జస్ట్ ఇన్ అవర్ స్టేట్ అక్రాస్ ద కంట్రీ crimes result of unable to control their emotional, they don't have emotional intelligence. I think now assessment, and they are resorting to all sorts of things, right? Suicides maybe. Atlanti వాళ్ళకి మీరు ఏమని what is the solution according to you?
I was lucky. In 1975, I learned my techniques. I joined Tata Steel in 1978. Okay. Coincidentally, within 6 months, I was with the chairman's office. That time, he was not a chairman. He is a vice chairman cum managing director. I was attached to his office. It's always like a circus party. Because we have 3 offices. One is Jamshedpur is the works. The head office is the corporate office is in Mumbai, and then sales office is in Calcutta. I was working in the Calcutta office basically. So when they have selected me for the chairman's office, they'll be there weekly at least 1 week to 10 days in Calcutta. That time, we don't know timings. Because the chairman comes 8 o'clock means I must be there before 8. All office, total office, including everybody should be there. And they leave at about say 9 o'clock, at 10:30 we go home. We don't have any timings. Let's be frank, there is nothing. Anywhere it has to go, it goes like that. Because otherwise chairman has to take decision, that decision. So I worked in those conditions, okay, for about 20 years. And coincidentally, you'll be surprised, they kept me in the chairman's secretariat more time than other secretaries. I'm a go-getter. I never took no for an answer. You'll be surprised to know that. I never take no for an answer. I want a yes answer for me, whatever it might be. And I have done like that most of it. 99.9% I used to succeed. Luckily, my meditation already I got it. That helped me a lot. Just 1 week, I am not at home. I come late about 10:30 or something. Of course, everything is at our disposal. If you want it, after dozen AC cars will be there. But what time you go home, we do not know. The journey is up to 9:30. After that, at least 1 hour time just it takes for us to just set everything and then go. So 10:30 I am going home. I can't take dinner at 10:30. So what we do before that only 8 o'clock itself, in the office itself, we ask something and only liquid this thing, maybe milk or something, and we just go to bed. We tell the house, sorry, dinner is not at home, I'm just having it here itself. So like that, I have managed it that way. You'll be surprised to see that most of the people stress only because they do not know how to manage the things. See, you need promotions, means you have to work for the big office, long hours. It's quite anywhere. Until unless you got your grandfather, that is a different story. It's your grandfather, definitely you are in a fast track. That is a different. I don't have any grandfather. I have to prove myself. Metal, you're good enough, better than the other guys, then only you'll get a promotion. Otherwise, sorry. There, my meditation used to help me. My yoga used to help me. Thus, 1 week, I cannot go out for physical exercise. Sure, I'm there in the office 7 o'clock. Even if you get up at 4 o'clock also, then you sleep at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, maximum at 5-6 hours at least you should take it. Then I'll be just going out by getting up at 5 o'clock also. So get early to this thing. Then the people who got this, if they have meditation and yoga, they fit very well there. So you need that. They say what is happening? My mind is constant. Just 1 week, we work hard. After that, 1 or 2 days, you'll be surprised. We don't know where we are. We go on sleeping only. It's exhausted. Like when we write examinations, for about 1 week, you do exams, a degree or something. And next day, you go to sleep like anything. As if you are not slept for 6 months. You sleep 1 day, 2 days. You are completely exhausted. This thing we take it. And then afterwards, again, we come back to normal. That happens. But it is not on 30 days. If it is 30 days, body will be different. But chairman's office will be there only for us for a week or so. So we survived it. I don't know about the other diseases and all that. They require meditation. This meditation gives them cool and constant because you'll be surprised. These people, I think by 12 o'clock, you have already closed it. 12:30, somebody expired. You got already is this thing, biography, everything is written, his photograph, latest photograph, you put it, only a few lines you write it. Then after, copy and paste. This is not any this thing there. But this paper has to go by 2 o'clock, he has to go to the outlets. Otherwise, morning, nobody gets this. If that heading is not there, your paper is not a competitor. Isn't it? By 2 o'clock, it has to go out of your office. So within those 2 hours, you are working a lot. These techniques, every office got its own plus point and minus point also. Depending on the situations, you have to work it out. But if you go against nature, nature will punish you. Means, like software engineers, they work in the night because of the American offices and all that, and daytime they go on sleeping. Sorry, the biochemical reactions, biochemical clocks, everything goes haywire. Nobody can repair it. So it is better to just follow our natural systems. You are here in the nature. You have to be with the nature. If you are not in tune with the nature, you are asking. Nature will punish you. So yoga and meditation is not only thing. You have to be in tune with the nature. Some discipline has to be there. I will explain for information. You'll see all our olden things is like a golden rules. They used to have early to bed and early to rise. Why I tell you, will be surprised. Every organ in the body got a specific time for peaking. And a specific time it peaks. Okay? Afterwards, and every organ cannot peak at a time. Every organ, if it peaks at a time, your body total blood is only 5 to 6 liters only, it is not sufficient. Got the point? So, when you are sleeping, Some organs are functioning, some organs are taking rest. When you are working, some organs are functioning, some are functioning at rest. And when you are writing, reading, all organs are functioning. So, in the body, inside this thing, we call it, liver is the biggest organ. What's the function of a liver? Liver purifies the blood. Blood is only 5 to 6 liters for everyone. If you take your dinner before 8, for digestion it takes 3 hours, assimilation in 1 hour. So by the time you go to the bed, 11 o'clock, everything is over. For digestion, blood is required for any action in the body. Blood is required. Blood supplies the nutrients in all the forms. So, if you take dinner at 11 o'clock, for digestion, blood is going there. So, purification, less blood is going. It disturbs your sleep. Natural sleep is required for every human being. If the natural sleep is not there, ATP will not be produced, and some of the chemicals which are very good for you will not be produced. But in meditation, all the blissful chemicals are produced. Serotonin, melatonin, and number of things are there, all produced more than 200 times. That is the advantage. Sleeping, you got complete rest. Where you must have done it, yoga nidra. Yoga nidra for how much hours? You do 25 minutes to 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you are getting the benefits of about a sleep of 4 to 6 hours. In 30 minutes. Then what he is not sleeping, is in the shavasana. He is hearing the comments, and all the nervous system is being rotated by the consciousness, and it is making it, what do you call it, stress-free. That is Yoga Nidra. It is from Bihar School of Yoga. They have invented it. It was not there in yoga previously. Even Patanjali also it is not there. Yoga Nidra is invented by Bihar School of Yoga. So like this, various schools got various things. This is very good for information. I just teach them for relaxing purposes and all that. Yoga Nidra is very good. Just 25 minutes, you are relaxed, 4 hours sleep, fresh again. You can run 100 meters again. So like that, various schools got, Swara Yoga, they got some this. If you want to do meditation, generally you go to Swara Yoga, we call it Sunya Swara. That means Ida Pingala is all equally nothing. Only Sunya Swara we got. There, Sushmana Nadi is there. That is active. That time if you do meditation, it goes higher frequency. When it comes with, when you go to the deeper levels, one to the other, automatically it comes to you. Whether you know it theoretically or not, but if you practice, it comes out. That is what happened to Swara Yoga in me. Latest, latest this thing is mine. 2 years back, I went for Swara Yoga. I want to test it. I don't know. They asked me 3,333 rupees you have to pay. I paid it. Junior one. When I was sitting in the Guruji is telling it online. He said, sir, well, when I am in the, this thing, Padmasana, I am doing it. The very first moment I am going to the different level. Then he asked me, he saw me, he said, Guruji, aap kya kar rahe? I said, I am so and so, so and so. Sir, the moment you sit in Padmasana, you have already transcended. This is not for you, this is beginners. You have already attained that. Until unless he tells me, I do not know that. See, after paying 3,333 and spending about, 2.5 months, then I came to know I am already doing that. Otherwise, you got a yellow metal, whether it's gold or not. Who can tell you? Only the goldsmiths. That's why Guru is required.
Sir, as you said, there are so much of benefits from yoga and pranayama and meditation. Is it not the responsibility of the state government to have these classes, separate classes in schools, so that the children can learn this type of work?
This, I am just there.
So much of hundreds of crores government is spending.
Yes, actually, we have this thing for this. I told you my friend is there in America. He is coming out this thing. He has, France Olympics, the 12th Olympics, he is signed off. He is 92 years young man. Dr. Aldar Kohler. He and me, we are writing a book that's called How to Develop Super Athletes, Super Brains. From where it has to start, yoga and meditation has to be introduced at a particular level, especially meditation. Yoga is not required for them because sports persons already their body is into a particular distance. They are sweating. So That's only specific asanas are there for them. And then meditation is that too we call transcendental meditation. Because it's already having about 60 to 70 research papers on international sports people. That is there with us. And we advise them to learn the techniques of Taekwondo. Because I told you, second heart is in the calf muscles. Taekwondo leg movement is important. They fight with the legs. That is what is required. Speed, stamina and all that. I'm not just going like that. I told you, my meditation helps me. Taekwondo also I went to the topmost level. Simply because of my meditation. The first day Taekwondo people, they called me. This is because of my sports, they say. I got about 6 or 7 gold medals. Then immediately they called me, sir, you have to also come. But first time, I don't know the spelling of Taekwondo. I thought T-A-K-E, W-1 or something. But here is T-A-E-K, W-O-N, W-O-N-D-O. I didn't know the spelling the first time. And you'll be surprised. Within 6 months, I went to South Korea. There they have honored me like anything. Even now, I feel sometimes I don't do any spelling. Because of my yoga. Well, I was faster than their 9th dance. They're only 65. I'm 75 plus.
When was this?
When
was this?
Well, last year. Last year we organized one thing in indoor stadium. Yeah. That time, Dr. Junli, he has just come here. He is number 1 there. He is a 9th dan. He is 1963 born, roughly about 65 years or something like that. I mean, the general Guruji, so, he got offered as this thing, 100 meters, 10,000 meters also he got first. He got a curiosity. What is this gentleman with these ropes and all, sits calm and quiet? How can he be that fast? Generally, this thing, when we do it in the night with the cameras focusing and all that. Everybody is having their dinner. We had dinner. We just sit at 8 o'clock. That Dr. Junli comes to me. Mr. Perry, let's walk. Okay, come on. Then walking, we are talking. So, I can be faster than you. Traveler. In the auditorium only. People are just watching it. When I started, I changed my gear. When I started walking, brisk walking, he could not run with me. He was gasping. And he took a challenge. He is the president of, global, technical Taekwondo Federation's president. He has come as a guest to us. Then he took me to the podium. Half a dozen South Korean people are there. Our own guests are our chief guest and all that. Then he was showing me some flexibility exercises. I said, my granddaughters do this. I went to the Sirsasana. I started playing around. Immediately he could not understand what is happening. My president has come. Sir, he is president garu. He's our guest. So don't go beyond for that because he might feel uneasy. So I stopped it. Then, but one thing, he became my friend afterwards. Went to South Korea. Immediately he wrote to me. He took my number and all that. And he started corresponding with me. He saw my videos. Especially this, stomach, we have a particular experience. He said, you take this, I told you, my stomach is not dustbin. I tell everybody. Because I take only twice. And I know where it is going. If I drink water, I know where is it going. I got that information. And my gut is very strong. My gut feeling is very strong. So I don't take anything. I want to keep always some hunger. I don't eat the brain. Free ga vachina final tagan. Gold ఇచ్చినప్పుడు తీసుకో.
మిగతా దాకా తినకూడదు కదా.
అందరూ చెప్తారు. నేను తెలియని వాళ్ళు ఎవరు చెప్పండి. కావాలంటే చూసుకుని అద్దం ముందు నిలబడిపోయి తెలిసిపోతుంది మీరు తిన్నారో లేదో. I can just go anywhere and show it. So that gentleman saw my this thing, curling of stomach. And we said, then they were organizing Taekwondo this thing in the Korea. Then I wanted to invite you. Would you please come to Korea? Well, definitely I'll come. But you said only one thing, what you're doing. And lodging and boarding you want to pay. Who is going to bear my to and fro fares, airfares and all that? Oh, I have to look for some sponsor. No, don't worry. If you want a sponsor, I will sponsor it with only one condition. you have to spend 1 hour with my Taekwondo committee members. So no problem. So I was invited there. I went there for all the 5 days. 135 countries representatives. Those are all the masters. I taught them meditation every day 1 hour. Now the membership has gone to 200 hours. 200 members. Now again in November we are just going. There also again I'll be at this thing. And now I'm a member for Taekwondo Federation. Life member for the Taekwondo Federation. Afterwards they will give the certificate. I'm just taken as a guru for all the Taekwondo family members for 3 years.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. This has been an enlightening discussion. I hope you enjoyed it. We liked it very much.
I'm
liked
also
it.
thankful for you guys giving me an opportunity to be with you all, and you all heard me patiently. That's more important. Okay, in any case, nice calling me here. I just given my knowledge of it, whatever I just possess a little bit of knowledge. Let me say. Rest everything is, we always depend on our dhyanam. Dhyana moolam idam jagat we call it. Everything is dhyanam is moolam. Idam jagat. This thing all, showbiz. What we call it, putli ka khel. That is just going.